Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, today I'm going to talk about how CJ So Cool is basically a warlock, man. And he over here trying to manifest his family back. And was even sick and more disturbing. And he said even if he got them back, he basically still going to abuse them. And he said that, like, he basically said, like, how I'm trolling you, how I'm roasting you is how I would troll and roast you and you in person. So he gonna continue to abuse. He just gonna do it in person versus over the internet. So I know they wouldn't be crazy enough to subject themselves to that again, but he just keep trying to speak that into existence. I don't believe for one moment that she'll actually go back, but he keeps trying to speak that into existence. And I feel like he really just want her to go back so that he could kill her off so he can get the insurance money, you know. Instead of him dying, he'll make her die and get the money up off of her to pay back his debts. That's pretty much what I think. Her or her, any of her kids that may have a life insurance policy on their head. So I know she wouldn't do that. I pray she wouldn't do that, but I don't know. He just keep talking about it like he just so certain that he could get his family back, the family that he used and abused and financially exploited and essayed and everything else too. A person like that's a sick individual. If they was to make the mistake of going back there, he'd do them even worse than he did before. Oh man, he'd do them dirty. But I know them older kids wouldn't allow that. But you know, you could tell he trying to wear them down and trying to destroy their name and image online, so they won't have nowhere to turn to but him. But they keep persevering and keep working and keep working on themselves, they gonna succeed. They don't need him, they don't need anybody. So basically I just wanted to get on here and say that, you know just keep surviving, keep thriving, royalty and her kids, and everybody's hoping for y'all to succeed. We know y'all gonna succeed, and just stay away from demonic entities that just want to take you down and switch fates with you. That man's evil. He's definitely a warlock. Definitely a warlock. And there's nothing wrong with witchcraft, but what he's trying to do is evil. He's trying to do dark magic, and he's trying to put out spells and stuff to manipulate stuff to go his way. So, you know, nobody would support somebody trying to use, things to manipulate someone else's fate, trying to manipulate someone's destiny, you know. So she is getting these type of thoughts where she's considering, man, that's just straight witchcraft. I wouldn't be shocked if that man didn't go to a practitioner, because there's no way with everything that happened that she would even consider it. If she's even considering it, he definitely put some work on her. Definitely put some spell work on her. Yeah, they definitely was hitting her with that magic, and she even considered it. If that even was a thought that ran through her head, he definitely put that work on her mind. From a practitioner, because you can tell his idiot self don't know what he doing. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Um, you got anything you want to add?
Yeah, we need everybody to send good vibes to Royalty and her family, to give her strength and to wish her well. And I have been out here. I'm new to the internet streets, but one thing I've noticed, the so-called Royalty Nation supporters, how supportive are they really? I don't think, I think they have some good intentions, but they do a lot of stuff to make me doubt them. And if I'm wrong, I ask for your forgiveness and to support Royalty and her family, and please send prayers and well wishes out to her.
Nah, I got to keep it real. I got a little disturbed because I think it was a Sweet Teacup video, and she was like, she didn't like how CJ became a reaction channel, and basically was taking money away from his subs, and that royalty would never do that. I actually wanted, before CJ had became a reaction channel, I actually wanted royalty to become a reaction channel because I feel like couldn't nobody defend her better than herself when she know her life better than anybody. Everybody else is just online speculating. And I feel like I'm gonna be honest with y'all, a lot of y'all don't do a good job of defending her. You know, a lot of the narratives that he say about her being homeless or she ain't got no money, y'all really don't do a good job debunking that or dispelling that. It's kind of like y'all further the narrative by doing donations and a whole bunch of other stuff she might not even ask y'all to do, and kind of like y'all further that narrative. Like no one thinks like maybe she don't want people to know where she stay for safety reasons. I mean, if this woman has a $1 million life insurance policy on her head, I'm pretty sure she considers that when she move about, she don't want to get knocked off because she know this man down bad for money. I wouldn't let somebody know where I stayed at or what I drove neither. So that's probably most likely what's going on. But people don't say that. They never talk about how she's probably afraid for her life, her children's lives, how she probably tries to conceal where she stays at for safety purposes. Like I never hear nobody talk about that. And now that's the reason why I wanted her to have a reaction channel so she can kind of debunk and dispel some of the things that he be saying. But most importantly, what I would love to see her do is do a cease and desist so that he can stop talking about her and her children altogether. And I feel like a lot of y'all wouldn't want her to do that because then you wouldn't have no content. And shame on y'all if y'all feel like that. Y'all should want this woman and her children safe because this for the past several years, you know, he been trying to whip up his supporters to probably do something bad to them. And, you know, he got them insurance policies. Probably, you know, I'm not gonna speak that out, but he probably wanted some bad things to happen to them. And he probably wanted to whip up people to do those things on his behalf. So I definitely would love a cease and desist to happen, like how Cassandra K included her daughter Kiki. She could do a cease and desist and have him start speaking on her and her children's name. You know, I don't care if people in their little channels can make a bag. We want to see these people safe. We want to see an ending to this. We don't care about your little funky bag, okay? We don't care. Okay. And if you care about her, you shouldn't care. You should care about this woman and her safety. Like get creative. There's so many other people on YouTube people can talk about. It's so many